Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the Right Wing Dice Squad. Here we are the bulwarks of classical fantasy. And here at the Right Wing Dice Squad, we believe that if you're going to build a resilient sphere to head to the bottom of the ocean, you should hire your wizard for competence rather than interestingness.
May God rest their souls.
For these hypothetical people.
Yeah.
In any case, last we left off was 2 weeks ago. Sorry for the break. Scheduling conflicts, but it was nice. Break was nice. Sort of. Last we left off, you guys had made it to the dwarvish mining town of Cenarion. And looked around, tried to find some clues, tried to pick up a few things about where to go next. A couple of you had some interesting personal conflicts that you were trying to get more information on. Ultimately decided that you were going to go explore the mines of Darkhold. Spoke with the foreman there, and he told you about the problems they were having with dwarvish statues appearing and miners disappearing. Made it up the river without incident, began to explore the mines, looked through a bunch of tunnels, found one that seemed to be a little bit more interesting than the others. Went down, were attacked by some cloakers. The cloakers are dead. You are all in this mine shaft. What are you doing?
I wanted to know if I would have any. Who here knows what these things are?
So I'm gonna look to the wall and be like, they're rocks.
Hey, does anyone remember what
yeah,
season
those.
I'm in?
You're green, I think.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I was about to say, I think it's spring. Okay.
Okay, you're green.
No, not those things. Those is,
I call them aborigines, and you call them aborigines.
Yeah, the Aborigines, they're dead, but what are they? I feel like, can I make an investigation check to see if their hides look interesting?
Roll a history check.
Okay.
You're a hill dwarf, correct?
Correct.
All right.
So.
No, he's a mountain dwarf. You keep doing that.
Oh, right, derp.
You're a mountain dwarf?
So. Be beyond. Character sheet, Reg Quirk. Okay, history is not great, so let's do this. That's an 8.
You're pretty sure these are bats. They're really big bats.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check to see if there's anything around.
Are you just looking around?
Yeah, I want to look around those bodies just to see if there's anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember. So, did we finish clearing the mine shaft, or we just?
You guys are
Taking a break and looking.
You've come down this tunnel, right? So this tunnel's been dug out, and the floor kind of falls away underneath you. And there's a cave essentially over top of you. It opens up a little bit wider. Essentially, the mine shaft that was dug in here got into an underground cave of some sort, and that's where you're going through.
Okay.
Hey, Adam, can you turn down the music just a hair? It keeps blaring you out, or it overpowers you when it goes high. And then second question: is there an exit, or are we in a are there any exits to the cave we're in, or just the one we came into it? Is that the only entrance / exit?
You haven't looked yet.
That's okay. So In my
Yes.
investigation, I'm searching this place and the bodies.
Yeah, you got it.
So
Yeah,
I got
I'll-
an 18.
18.
I don't know
So-
if I can guidance that or not, but I'd like to.
Yeah,
Making
we'll
sure
just.
you rolled though.
It's fine. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
All right. So looking around the cave, it's at first you just look up and you just see darkness, right? It extends as you walk further down into the cave. It extends so far above you, the ceiling, that it's just darkness. But moving around the walls, it's not a terribly big open space that you're in, but there is another passage down to your left as you would come in and then over to your left. There is another passage. It's not dug recently, certainly. It's either natural from some sort of an erosion or maybe some animal long ago that had dug this hole, but it's not the rock walls. Like, you don't see the marks from pickaxes and explosions and things that you had seen when you guys first started coming into this mountain.
Echo, Charles, what kind of weapon are you using?
So it
have-
could be from
I have
those
a
creatures
big-ass sword.
coming out. I could assume.
Does it look?
It's up to you.
Does it look
Can
smooth?
I cast
Like- Go ahead,
my
Stephanie.
divine sense in there? I have one left to cast in there to see if those creatures are in there.
Yeah, go ahead and cast Divine Sense.
Alright, I cast it to see if they're in there. If there's any more of them.
You do not detect any more aberrations or fiends or celestials nearby.
Okay. Alright. And
Yeah. Oh, God.
on those creatures, did I see anything of interest?
No, they're just
Okay.
dead bat things.
So I let the group, there is a tunnel here, but it doesn't seem to have any more creatures in it or anything, and there's nothing on these creatures, so.
Does the tunnel look smooth, like it'd been rubbed, or does it look like it's like was cleared with claws?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Would you mind doing a D20 and a D4, please?
You got it.
Watch your finger. And I have +4 to investigation. Well, Micah, you should zip that up then. It's the whole point of the zipper.
Shoot. I don't have my dice roller open. Hang on.
I got it. Natural 20. We don't even need to do a +4. And what else? I guess I don't need to do anything, right? It's a perfect roll.
It is. There we go.
Got that natural Ricky energy.
All right, you
I thought there was a 1.
you can tell the floor of this. The floor is smooth. It was eroded by water a long time ago. The other cave entrance was dug by something with big claws long ago, but not as long ago as the floor was kind of smoothed out. So it looks like something followed some sort of a trail here, or was following water or whatever. But there was a small little crack in the rocks on the surface where the water eroded it, and then something else dug itself a bigger entrance through this area.
That looks cool. We should go look for that thingy.
Wait,
Agreed. And then I hold up Knuckles and I just start walking that way.
wait, Echo. Look at these bats. You ever seen a bat this big before?
No.
I think,
Yeah,
I
me
think these
neither.
are the things that crawled in and we've killed them.
Do you remember-
if
Do you
what's her
remember
name?
that time?
Are the bats humanoid looking?
No.
Like, what are they kind of like? Are they gorilla bats? Like just big ass?
They look like
Bats?
big bat manta rays
Okay.
with gnarly teeth and faces.
So
Manta
I want
rays.
to go lift up its head and like do a secondary visual scan and just be like, no, I have never seen bats like this.
No, it's not the bat then. I wonder if I tell our friend. You remember that time we fought that ogre, and he was like 30 feet tall, and we were telling everyone afterwards, and they were like, "No, you guys are full of cow baloney," and we were like, "No way, it was really 30 feet," and then nobody believed us.
No.
Oh, well, that totally happened. Memory problems. So
I will have to search my Longtorn memory cache.
So I'm thinking, if we tell somebody that we got these bats that are like 7 times the size of a bat, they're gonna say, "No, you're crazy again." But if we bring them proof,
I think proof is good, so we can show them we've killed what's here, so they can mine again,
I have an idea.
and then we get paid.
I think we should go further.
Adam, I want to walk up to the bats and are its wings like attached to its arms? Nope, he walked away.
Adam got by the manta ray bats.
In case it wasn't heard, I want to go. I think I'm over here with Reverie, and I'm like, we need to go further.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
Lilith and I are walking. Lilith and I are walking down the tunnel now. I'm flying. She's walking. We're down the tunnel.
There's nothing else in the tunnel. I looked at it. The only thing is that one that was
I
off
thought
to
it
the left,
continued.
which was
No,
watered.
Yeah, we don't know where it goes, is what they're saying. So I want to walk up to the bat creature
I
and
looked
are
at the
its.
whole thing.
No, you sensed for specific things. It's not the same thing.
She did investigate it. Yep.
I did investigate the whole thing.
Oh, my bad. I was under the understanding that there was just like a tunnel that went on, like that you could just see.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. We're going down that tunnel.
Correct?
Yeah.
She investigated the cave and found the other exit.
He told me I walked
No.
around it, and there was only one left that had that, and that was it.
What are we asking here? So just so I'm tracking what's going on.
Hilda
Hilda looked for around the room and found one exit in the room other than the one you guys came in, which is the one that you inspected, Reverie.
Yes. Mom is under the impression that she has already cleared or found out there is nothing down that other exit.
She knows that
In
there's
her
no
inspection.
aberrations within 60 feet of her,
Yes.
or celestials or fiends.
Mhm.
That's what she knows.
The bats. Are their wings connected to like their arms and go into like the side? Or are they like standalone wings?
No, it's like big wings that are essentially part of their body, and then a tail that comes off the end.
I want to cut the wings along their spine to take the wings off.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, holding one in each hand, I want to walk over to my brother and call, and I want to do that thing that Reverie does where he wraps his wings around Lilith's shoulders. And I want to do that with the bat wings and be like, look, I am a fairy.
I'm sorry, I cut out at exactly the wrong time. Adam, so
Lilith,
are Lilith and I walking down the tunnel or not?
Yes.
Dying, rolling, crying, uncontrollable, hysterical, almost like I've lost my mind laughter.
Wait, do we see this? Do we see this happening because we're already walking down the tunnel?
I made it
Yes.
a big announcement, like because it was meant to be a haha for like everybody.
So
you
did
see-
you
you see
guys walk
Reverie-
down the tunnel or not? Right. So as these guys were stopped and messing around with the creatures, did you continue walking or not?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we did.
Then
We
you're
said-
not there.
I said we should investigate.
Then you're not there.
We should go further, and Lilith started going.
Then you're not there. So if you kept going, you're
Okay.
not there. You're probably, it took them 5 minutes, so you're a good bit away from them now. You've been walking down the tunnel by yourselves.
Wow, that's a pretty good one. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's that, that humor file update was very good.
I'm gonna
So-
roll
so-
one of the wings up and put it in my bag.
So Reverie, he's floating in the air. He spins in a circle. He looks down at Lilith. He's like, "Hey, we're explorers now. High five."
Immediate high five. And I'm gonna start whistling an Explorer tune. Exploring. And
So
I'm
just so
whistling
you
and
guys understand the nature of what you're walking down into, the
go
ground
and
is
investigate.
the ground is relatively uneven. You both have dark vision, so you can see slightly ahead of you.
Actually, I do not. I have a torch.
You're right. You have the torch, so you guys can see pretty well with that torchlight going. Continuing to move down this thing. The ground is uneven, right? It's naturally eroded ground, so it's not a smooth walkway. It is not very wide, and it is not very tall. 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. It's a very spherical, not spherical, a very circular tunnel carving that has gone through. The erosion on the side, as you noticed earlier, Reverie, has happened over time, right? So there are still some claw marks, but even those claw marks are eroded from time, right? There's no wind or water or anything down here. There's just the time of being down here and covered with dust and stuff. It's just whatever was dug through here long ago.
Okay.
And you continue to walk down. Guys, you can see little flickers of lights down the tunnel ahead of you as you're done with your Batwing shenanigans.
I'm not.
Potentially
done with
hear
Batwing
whistling.
Shenanigans.
What?
And
I would like to-
potentially hear whistling.
Hang on. You guys gotta stop talking over each other. Bjorn, what did you say?
I want to know how big the teeth are.
Oh, okay. So, teeth are pretty big. They're two big ones that are about 4.5 inches long, and the others are about between an inch and an inch and a half.
So we've got. You're telling me this bat has a tooth the size of a bat. No one's going to believe this, and I would like to attempt to pull out those two big teeth.
I would like for you to roll a dexterity check.
Where'd my dice go? I roll a natural 20 and it disappears. Oh, there it is. Alright. 14?
Is the pizza ready?
You are able to get. So the first time you dig into its mouth, you just crumble both fangs. Like, oh, that's no good. Moving on to the next one, you are a little bit more delicate, and you're able to get 2 fangs. So you can put 2 cloaker fangs in your inventory.
Cool.
I think we should follow our party members
Walking
in
up,
case they need help.
walking up to the how is it at a downward slant or is
Yes.
it like
Yes.
how steep does it look? Does it look like if I were to lay on my back, for example, that I could effectively be a metal sled if I got?
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately not. It's not that steep of a downgrade. It's a... If water truly was coming down here, it was a very light trickle down. It's
Gotcha.
maybe a 9 to 11% grade if you needed the math.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna start walking.
You got it.
And I
I
don't
say-
have to hunch in this one.
I say I maybe should go first. I have dark vision. It's so dark in here. If you guys want to follow me.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I bring out my torch and light it.
All right. I need an investigation check from Run.
Lilith.
Lilith,
From
Lilith.
Hilda.
That's
Okay.
the one.
I'm gonna guide this her.
So what's that
Natural
again?
20.
It was a wasted natural 20. Lilith.
I
What's
got a
the
natural
guidance?
20.
It's adding a D4.
You're not Lilith. You're Hilda. Can I guidance that, Adam?
No. What did you get?
Okay. Well, I'm looking at investigation, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said me. Sorry.
I said
14.
Run, which was neither of you. 14. You got it.
Okay.
So, moving down here, moving along, it's all just kind of a winding passage, not really flowing. It's looks like it just organically carved its way through the rocks, whatever this ancient stream was that was moving through here. You do find off to your left, just a little bit ahead, there's a bit of a cutout that the floor looks pretty similar, but the cutout is smaller. So it's a tunnel that goes off to your left, but it's just a little bit smaller. And then
And then
the
the-
tunnel continues forward slightly to the right, which is about the same size.
Rev, what's this? You want to check this out? I'm gonna point out the tunnel to him.
Which one is bigger? Sorry.
The one moving to the right is bigger.
Is that the one that we're currently going down, or would that be a churn?
Ooh. I've got to get better with my words. So you guys are moving down a tunnel, right? That's this carved tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
The tunnel continues to slightly curve to the right, and then there's a little carve out to the left of a smaller tunnel, only about 5 feet wide in diameter.
What's going on to you about the fucking alcoves?
Does the carve out also look like it was created by the same erosion as the main tunnel, or does it look like it was created by something else?
You'd have to get closer to take a look.
I would like to get closer.
All right, so moving down into the tunnel, moving up with your light. Are you cresting around? You looking down at the tunnel? What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess I'm against the far wall, and I'm just kind of fluttering closer and closer. I'm not the biggest fan of this really tiny enclosed space because I'm used to the open craziness of the Feywild, so I'm moving a little bit cautiously, but not like
Sure.
I'm not sneaking.
Yeah, you got it. And what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out whether. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, gotta be faster with that.
I'm
Sorry.
just watching him.
You're just watching him. So you're just standing where you are, watching him
Yeah,
go
I
up and
asked
look at this
him,
thing.
"What do you think?" And he walked up, so I'm just watching him.
You got it. All right, so I need from you investigation check, and you can go ahead and guidance it. You need to. Reverie.
All right, Micah, come here. Roll these.
Investigation.
Just turn them down.
Don't mess up, Micah.
Don't touch it. Wait, what was it? An investigation?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. So immediately you're looking, you're like, oh yeah, it is actually pretty similar, but the ground very similar. Whatever natural erosion had caused this, it was the same sort of thing. The walls are carved as well, but these look to have been carved more recently. And you're just looking around the sides of it and then sort of looking down the middle of the tunnel, and just from the barest hint of your torchlight, you see the glint of something. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Micah, throw this without bouncing it this time. Just roll it. Roll it.
I noticed this, and I'm mainly asking because I want to use counterspell if I'm up.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to actually roll, but that's fine. It's give me a second. Let me get back to my sheet. Say
me,
Constitution
Adam?
saving throw.
I don't imagine you see it if he barely saw it.
Is your name Adam?
Yeah, I just thought that too. I was like, I'll be helpful because he stepped away. Never mind.
I hate you now.
Good.
Fuck you.
I agree.
Oh, eat. Come on. All right. Well, no, not right now. In a little bit. Go watch your tablet or do something. Did it freeze or did he step away?
He
Oh,
set
yeah.
something up.
What was the...
You said Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes.
17.
The first thing you notice is that you're staring into the eye of something, and you feel its gaze on you, and you feel this overwhelming sense of fight, flight, or freeze, and you desperately want to freeze, but then snap out of it, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna trust the.
I got a dirty 20.
19 here.
I got 10.
I got a 4.
I feel better
This is what you call living on the edge.
now.
What'd you get, Bjorn?
20. The die is literally like half on, half off my table too.
I'm gonna guess Echo has higher dexterity. I don't know if that's true.
What's your dexterity?
My dex is 13.
No, he has higher dex. Numerically, we have the same modifier, but mine's 12.
Okay.
Double natural 20s. That's not going to happen often.
Oh, yours was a natural 20? You win anyway. That was a dirty 20.
Oh.
Didn't matter. Mine was a 4. I'll be last.
Ooh,
You don't know that.
420 in the house.
Somebody could roll a natural one. You don't know.
Oh,
You guys know what
there we
420 means. 420 means tacky blacklight reactive posters and incense.
go. It does.
Bjorn, you said yours is 13, right?
Yes.
His was also a natural 20.
Yes, I'm tracking.
Okay.
Okay. Let me change to the battle music. And then we'll switch
I
over.
have a question.
Yeah.
Do me, Hilda, and Bjorn have any visual or any input as far as the potential of the encounter? Or are we still operating under we're just trying to catch up?
Yeah, you're still catching up.
Okay, all right.
Although, depending on what happens, you
Might
might
change,
know
yeah.
real soon.
Okay. Okay. This is actually kind of cool. This will give me a chance to.
Where is the music? There we go. All right, beautiful. Too many things going on. I understand now why people hire producers to do this shit on the side.
Yep.
Shit, I'll chip in. I'm certain there's people on the internet that are just bored that would love to make a couple extra bucks.
Just ignore that light for now.
I can't. It's glaring.
Everybody's fucking shit up here. So, this here, if you guys can see, how's the bandwidth? Can you guys see it all right?
Yep, it's
Yeah.
good.
Down here is the tunnel that you guys are coming from. So I'll let you know when you're within range. Only thing that you can slightly see right now from where you guys are at is a little bit of a torchlight ahead.
How far are we from that spot?
You're not certain.
Okay.
Here, at the bottom there, looking in, is Reverie. Right next to him is Lilith. Somewhere down this upper tunnel here is where that darkness came from.
Okay, so this is kind of interesting. This is like a unique one because we don't really split the party much, but how it works in Baldur's Gate 3, which is supposed, I know it's Baldur's Gate, right? It's not D&D proper, but like you don't actually get into initiative before something. So like, and the reason I ask is like, is my character going to be aware that they're even battling? Like, do I hear? Because I just rolled initiative, and so now I'm in battle mode.
We'll work this, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, you just right now you're
It's-
just walking.
It's not your turn anyway.
Oh no!
Where's this nerd at? All right. You see this Reverie and Lilith come storming out from inside this cave. A massive creature. Huge spikes on its back. Dirty stone green color with really crimson red spikes. Gnarly teeth. Massive claws. Claws definitely big enough to have dug this tunnel. And he comes running up towards you, who he has just seen. to take a bite out of crime.
I knew you were going to say that. Can you hit the zoom button for me?
Yeah.
Oh man, the quality was
13, does
so-
that hit?
Nope.
Did I zoom in too much? I'm not even looking at this thing right now.
No, that's good. That's perfect as soon as it figures itself out.
All right. 13
Right
does
now,
not
it
hit.
just
So,
kind of looks like a lizard poop.
Yeah.
so this thing comes rushing up at you. Gnarly lizard thing with 8 legs comes to bite at you, and you're just able to duck behind it. Up next, I imagine there was
Does it
a
give off like a roar or anything when it charges?
there was very much a crunch, a snap, and probably a little bit of a yelp from the fairy. Maybe as he ducked back.
Oh, he definitely yelped.
Cool. So, crunch, snap, definitely claws tearing down at the stone ground. Bjorn, something big up ahead has just charged your friend, and
How far away did it sound?
would you like to use your perception check? To
No, fuck you.
Oh,
All right, I just start running with dash. That'll get me 50 feet in that direction, and I'll use my bonus action to cast my echo. 15 feet. I think it's the cast. Yeah, 15 feet in front of that. So 65 feet in total. My echo should be there. It should be at 65 feet. I don't know how far it is.
Good save. Guilty. Hey.
Nice.
you have charged up. You see now the torchlight coming from your fairy friend. You can see something that is just standing right in front of him. Again, very gnarly looking lizard with 8 legs and huge jowls. Looks like he would really love to have a snack of something right now. Is that your turn?
I'll do it.
Up next is Echo.
Hearing that and seeing my brother take off, just gonna full run after him. I run my full movement plus dash, total of 60 feet.
You got it. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Stop.
Reverie.
Yeah.
Thing right in front of you. Just try to take a bite out of you.
Be right back.
So, Reverie like dodges, puts his buckler up, covers himself a little bit for the bite, comes back up. Hey, not nice. And he just swipes out at it like it looks like he's trying to bat it away, but he's actually like as he swipes. I take it back. You know what? He swipes out with a wing. As he swipes, you see these little sort of sharp edges appear on the wing and start dripping a little bit of a viscous fluid. And does a 17 hit?
17 does hit. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that does. Yeah, 17 hits.
As he casts Primal Savagery and attacks it with acid.
Ooh.
And it takes
This is cool.
7 acid damage.
Awesome. Oh, wait. Hang on.
Yeah, so that's why I was telling you what type of damage it was, just to make sure.
Yep. I have to retcon something, but I'll let that go through because I fucked up. But let's go.
Okay. So he takes this. He does a 7 acid damage, and then looks at Lilith Goes, Tag, you're it. And Misty steps 30 feet back towards where the party is running from.
You got it. I need, before that, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yep. Nope. That's a 6.
As you go, you get started, you slash out with your wing, you hit him with this acid damage, you feel that gaze again upon you, and you start to feel sluggish.
Wait, that's not at the end of my turn?
You misty step away.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You're not feeling good.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why.
New creature, hang on.
My turn, I'm not looking at him anymore.
New creature, hang on. But at the beginning of the turn, you were.
Okay, okay.
And that's when it starts. That's why I said I have to retcon a little bit. I fucked it up.
All right.
No, I think you can because it's just your speed that moves to 0. And you can still cast a spell. So, yeah, you can still misty step away. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Let me. Cool.
Up next, Zizar.
I forgot about Zizar. He's been so quiet.
I will come to help you guys. I forgot what Kalen's accent was.
Pretty much nailed it.
It's vaguely Russian. Is that right?
I come to smash
It's more
the
like
Z.
It's more like Armenian. I think that's where it's really hit.
I don't know why I don't wear a shirt. I'm so hairy.
Why the fuck do you have an Armenian accent cocked and loaded? Fantastic.
All right. So that is his turn. Up next, Lilith.
Topical name.
I wanna.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can you turn the guy a little bit so we can see a profile?
Dirty 20.
So, looking into this creature's eyes, you can start to feel something. You quickly avert your gaze, and you feel fine. Go ahead.
I want to cast Mage Armor, and I'm going to use Quicken Spell to make it a bonus action on myself.
All right.
And then I want to. I can only see one enemy, correct?
Yeah.
Shit.
Music got really loud. I can't use. I'm trying to. The Tides of Chaos is confusing me. Like, I want to use it with this spell I'm going to use. I just don't know if I can. I can only do it if I'm doing an attack roll, essentially, unless it's a saving throw or an ability check.
Oh, I believe that's accurate. Let me double check the verbiage.
He fucks me up. I'm trying to get the grasp of it so I don't use it
Fuck, I
wrong.
just forgot. We're level 6, aren't we?
There's so much, I know. All right, hang on. Is the music okay now?
Yeah. It'd have to be on my own attack roll, like my own roll.
As a chaos, you can manipulate the forces to gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. No, it's just for your attack roll, your ability roll, ability check, or saving throw.
It doesn't require an attack roll. If it requires the enemy to make a saving throw, it wouldn't matter.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I cast Mage Armor, and then I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip at level 2. And
Such a good spell.
Make a intelligence saving throw. Has to beat a fort. It's 14, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it says 14.
Minus. He has to beat a
That's why
14?
Yeah, it says 14.
Oh. It's a -4 to intelligence. I rolled really well, but he fails.
Okay, so he's about to take 3d6 damage, and then also, moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action, and it only gets one of the 3.
And it has no reaction.
And it has no reaction. It's because I'm about to back up.
Target takes 3
It's such a good spell.
Yeah, that's
Such a good
gross.
It's 9 damage.
That's a get the fuck out of here spell.
And it fucks up his next turn. It's a get the fuck out of there spell and sabotages the next turn.
Oh yeah.
Yep. No opportunity attacks.
So
I
I'm
love
gonna
Top of Mind Whip.
back up a couple feet since he doesn't have a reaction and get out of that area. Like, I don't know how, is it 10 feet I need to be out of 5 feet distance?
Yeah. So you move back 10 feet?
And that is the end of my turn.
Beautiful. Hilda.
I'm gonna move my 30 feet and do dash so I can get up with the group.
It's getting a little crowded, but you're up there.
Am I within 60 feet of the creature?
Yes.
I'd like to use my cantrip Sacred Flame.
In normal circumstances, you wouldn't be able to do that, but I believe Sacred Flame comes up from underneath him, is the verbiage of the spell. Because right now you'd be firing through all of your people in a 10-foot thing, but I think...
I wanted to double down. No, do it.
But I think...
It descends on the creature.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Okay,
Roll the attack.
so it is 2d8. And it's radiant damage, it's 4.
From the very top of this cavern, which isn't very high above this thing, rains this radiant energy that slams into him. He's not happy with it. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Top of the round. This guy. And he's going to take an attack.
He can only move, use a bonus action, or do something to Zatasha's mind whip.
That's all I can do right now.
So all he can do is move.
He can pick one of the 3. Let me see how long it lasts. I'll reread it again because I just got the spell with my level
He
up.
can move and have an underbite.
Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action, but it will only get one of the 3.
I'm pretty sure it's not intelligent to understand that. Intelligent enough to understand that limitation, so I imagine it would come running out to you trying to bite you and just would be incapable of doing so.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it had nothing to do with the DM not understanding the rules. It's the monster that's the dumbass.
My mouth won't open.
My mouth won't open.
It's a really cool spell.
Yes, it is.
That's very cool. What's it called again?
Tasha's mind whip. Good call, Ricky.
Love that spell.
It's fucking basilisk looking ass. Motherfucker.
Did I fuck up the plan?
That's like telling a tattoo
Please
artist
don't kill me, though.
mid-tattoo. This doesn't hurt.
Please don't kill me now.
Wait till I go deeper now and it scabs.
Rounding around the corner, another one is charging down.
Oh, it just happened to have the same initiative?
Yeah, I roll initiative for all like-minded creatures. I always have. I'm not gonna roll fucking for 15 goblins. I always for same type creatures. I always roll the same initiative.
Here's a red
I also
flag.
do that because it condenses the
flag.
combat turns.
Of course I do that. What the fuck?
So all the bad, all the bad guys can go at one time. Otherwise, it gets so annoying to
These
keep track
these
of it
all
all.
sound like logical.
Bjorn, it's your turn. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
These all sound logical, but it feels real personal. I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos to give it advantage. 22.
16.
Oh, I thought it was me. My bad.
You are. It's all right. You already said it. So you can take that
Wait, who are
advantage.
you hitting? Me? How are you hitting me or my echo?
You? You're within 30 feet.
Okay.
But did you do the Tides of Chaos for him?
She was
I
doing
don't
it
think
for
I can do
herself.
it for someone else.
Okay. I think you're
No,
probably
I
right.
can only use it on myself.
Fair enough. You got a 16 though, right? So looking at this creature, you're like, oh, that thing hurts. I don't like that at all. I don't like looking at that thing. And you just shake off whatever it was. Go ahead with your turn.
Yeah, Echo, I don't like that thing. I'm gonna send my Echo forward. And we're gonna take 2 attacks.
Yep.
And I should have advantage since he's flanked.
Not quite.
What do you mean not quite?
I mean, not quite.
Not directly behind him.
I should be directly behind him.
Yes.
How many feet did he just move?
30.
Can I retcon that and move up forward? No, it still won't matter. He can only move 30 feet. Okay. All right. So 2 attacks. Here we go.
Yep.
I might as well use the fucking digital shit. Actions, attack. Maul. 18
18 hits.
and 22.
Also hits.
All right, and then I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation, my second slot of that, and the Echo is gonna get a hit of his own, and there's another 18. Now it's time to roll damage.
66 plus whatever your modifiers are.
11. Okay, 7, 11, 22, 28 damage. And he is immobile.
How's he
That'll be the
immobile?
end of my turn. Because I just picked up the Crusher feat for level 6. Crusher feat reads. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you could move it. Oh, and he needs to move 5 feet away from my target, from my teammate. So 5 feet back into the hole, and that should give Lilith an attack of opportunity.
He doesn't move back into the hole. He can't move 5 feet that direction because he's just against the wall. There's a wall right here. But where are you seeing that he's immobile?
Damage. Never mind. No. I'm just thinking of attack roll against that creature maybe with advantage. I didn't roll any of that shit with advantage.
Why should you?
Whatever. It's fine.
Why should you?
Because never mind. All right. I'm trying to wrap my head around this and make it fluid. Sorry. Never mind. It's just a stun tactic that's gonna come up later. It's
Okay.
He's not immobile, but I don't know. Is there a rule against moving somebody into a wall? Like, shouldn't there be some crushing damage or something from that?
No, but I don't think so.
No.
Not for something this large. Maybe for something small.
Also not for a span of 5 feet.
Yeah,
What size is he?
he's medium.
5 feet. Okay, but I mean 5 feet into a stone fucking cavern. I feel like
Reverie, you're up.
get hurt. But all right.
How far away from it am I?
15 feet?
Yeah.
15 to 20?
So I'm gonna back up my full 30 feet.
You can't. There's a gaggle of people in your... you know what? You probably could. You could probably fly over top of them.
Okay. Continuing to fly up near the ceiling, do I have a line of sight on the basilisk?
Yeah, you'd have to look over the shoulder of Echo, but yeah, you'd be all right.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action assume my starry form.
Okay.
And so...
I need you to roll
24
a Constitution saving throw. I forgot.
Okay,
My apologies.
do it. Can I just use the thing I just rolled, or you want me to roll again?
I want you to roll Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. That's a 6.
What's the rating?
First
So-
one would have passed. Hush.
Can't hear you if you're talking, Adam.
I'm not. I'm just reading.
Okay.
So as you get up to go fly behind your friends and gain a little bit of distance, you lose all consciousness. You guys
Yep.
see in front of you that there is a fairy sort of flying that just immediately turns into stone. Up next is Zizar, who needs to roll. What is his constitution? He passes, so he looks at it, not very, very happy with what's going on. So he's gonna try to leapfrog Echo. Unsuccessfully leapfrogs false pride. Rolled great on the Constitution save. Not so good on that one. Yeah, just because of your size, Echo, I'm just gonna... That's kind of how it's gonna be. People trying to get around you in tight spaces is gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I'm fairly big.
Yep.
And
Oh,
I'm
shit.
only going to get bigger.
You haven't gone yet, and you were supposed to. I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to run right up on this thing.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Plus 7. 23.
Yep. Whatever everybody else is looking at, this isn't bothering you much.
I saw the fairy turn to stone, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like he's falling or descending at all?
No, he's pretty close to the ground, so he just clonked onto the ground. Clonk.
Okay, all right. Then yeah, just run straight up to the basilisk.
Yep.
Thing. And I'm gonna take 2 attacks.
Do it.
Plus 8. 17.
Hits.
Definitely gonna hit 25.
Yarp.
$29 magical slashing damage.
This thing splatters into the ground, and there's just a carcass of this lizard thing going as you slash into it.
I moved 15 feet to get there.
25 feet.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take the last 5 feet of movement and start pushing myself towards the other one in front of everybody else.
You got it.
And that's my turn.
Next is Lilith. I need you to make...
You want-
Hang on. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I'm going to use Tides of Chaos on me,
Oh yes,
which is a 19.
beautiful. So whatever you were feeling passes over you, no problem. 82.
82 is...
Absolutely love this mechanic, by the way.
It's so
You can
fun.
take one additional action immediately.
Fuck yeah.
2 actions. Mini haste. Nice.
Yeah, we're still gonna go with 1 leveled spell.
What do you mean?
You get 1 leveled spell, so you can take extra actions, but you'll get 1 leveled spell for this turn.
So you can use a cantrip or.
Okay, so the extra has to be fair. My main question before I choose what I'm going to do, should I, and this is more of a world question here, we've never really played this, but should I be worried about possibly being able to make this mine collapse, or is that I can just...
Find out.
We've never done that before. I'm like, if I cast something, could I make this collapse?
I feel like even if
There's only
it's
one way to
TPK,
find out.
Adam has to if Adam has to rebuild, it's like it wasn't really your fault. Like, you
Also,
would've known.
we survived a fireball in the previous cave, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's structurally, it's at least structurally a decent cave.
All right.
At least the part that the dwarves
Like-
carved was.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We don't know. Live on the edge. You're from the Fey Wilds. You don't be
Right?
about it.
So you do what you would do.
Wait a minute. Do you have caves?
Fast forward 3 weeks, all chaos characters are banned.
But I
All right,
wanted to
wait.
make a friggin'
And
barbarian.
no one's up there by it, right? The last remaining enemy?
That last one in the back, the blue and white one? No.
What are you doing, Danny?
I'm going to fireball it.
Where you're gonna center the fireball on it?
Or, because it would... Oh, that one doesn't appear. It has to launch from my hand, correct?
No, it's
Sort of.
just look at the size of it.
What?
Is what he's getting.
Oh, yeah, it's a 20-foot circle. Yeah, I wanted it to just be far enough back that it's just hitting that guy and not going any more forward than where his body is.
Okay.
Such a strong spell at level 6.
Fire in the hole. Roll that damage. Let's see what his dexterity saving throw is. I'm gonna roll this on this.
Eyes, I can't see.
Ooh. Ooh. He didn't do well. I don't know if you guys can see the dice or not, but he didn't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
5.
30.
So rather annoyed with this creature and the shenanigans that he's been pulling, particularly his friend. You look at towards the back of that cave, you think, yeah, that'll about do it right there. You point your finger, little red beam of light slings out from your finger, past your friend Echo, all the way to the back of the cage. A deafening explosion ends up just reverberating through all of you. That it's like you were underwater and a grenade went off because there's such little air in here and just compresses and knocks the wind out of you. But you're all a decent bit away. Yeah, you're all a decent bit away. I think you'd be all right.
I feel like
The
more than
shadow
that
of
is-
the echo was just misty there for a second as the concussion waves launched through it. The beast is still standing in front of you. The cave behind him is not. It is very much collapsed.
Shit.
I'm then going to cast Sacred Flame.
Fire in the hole.
And that is 2d8. Where's my d8? Ten.
The radiant damage rains down from on top of the cave. Smashes into him. He's still standing. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to use?
That is the end of my turn.
You got it. Up next, we have Hilda. I need you to roll. Nope, not yet. You're good. What do you want to do?
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on the one closest to me.
What?
There's only
There's only
one
one
alive.
left.
Oh, one died?
Yep,
Where does Hunter's Mark come from?
because she's a Oath of Vengeance paladin.
Oh, cool. What's the range on Hunter's Mark?
It is
60 feet, probably.
90 feet.
90.
Shit.
Oh yeah, you're well.
Yeah.
You're well within range. Go ahead, light him up. So as you reach your hand out, based on your deity, why don't you describe to me what the Hunter's Mark looks like in something thematic for your deity?
It kind of looks like moonlit dragon wings going towards it.
Cool.
Awesome. So as these ethereal dragon wings come out from the edge of your sword, you tap your the amulet on your chest, point your sword as it. You watch these ethereal moonlit dragon wings land around it, wrap around its chest, and then just disappear into it. He's now marked.
And then as I'd like to do a cantrip on it. And Sacred Flame.
What's the range on Sacred
That's
Flame?
only 60 feet. Am I not close enough?
I think you still have movement, don't you?
I do have movement.
You can move up to hit him with Sacred Flame, that's fine.
Okay. Six.
Does not hit.
6 radiant damage. Doesn't hit him.
Did you roll the attack?
It's a save.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Dex
apologize. I think he has minus dex as well. He does. 13 is what he got. Does that beat your...
You just made it. Yep.
Oh, he makes it. So does he take half damage or no damage?
Does it say that on? Where do I find that on here?
Read Sacred Flame.
It's good battle music.
Yeah, you got to succeed on it, so you made it.
All right, cool. So he takes no damage. So the radiant energy coming down from the roof just splashes around him. Doesn't end up hitting him. Top of the round. He's gonna turn around. And because he's a big dumb beast, he's gonna attack the Echo.
All right. I was gonna have words if there was an intermission or an after party.
Dirty 20, I think that hits.
Yep.
So Echo poof, disappears. That is his turn. Bjorn.
How far am I?
$45 feet.
I would like to move up 15 feet.
When you do so, I need
I'd
you to
like
make
to
a
cast-
Constitution saving throw.
Come on, big money, big money. 17.
Looking at this creature, you still feel that eeriness in you, but no issues. Go ahead with your turn.
I'm gonna move up another. Yeah, I'll just max it out. 10 feet. I'm gonna cast the Echo right in front of him. Like right in front of him, so where I can smack him backwards when he hits him with the maul. Yeah. And then I'm going to attack him twice with the javelins.
Do it.
Okay. Damage. No, let's hit DC first. 17.
Hits.
15?
I think that just hits. It does. Just hits.
Nice. All right. So 8
damage.
and 9. So 17 total damage.
The 2 javelins go flying at this beast. One sticks into its eye that's been looking at you. It reaches up to roar. The next one goes flying into its mouth. And it falls to the ground.
Huzzah!
DED. Dead.
And I realized the mistake I made because I read my spell wrong.
I imagine we're all covered in soot from my indoor explosion, so I want to wipe my face and then just give like a good thumbs up.
If I could add some noise to what you guys are currently hearing, it's just...
I'm hearing everything. It's very ringy.
I think I solved the mine problem. If they just don't dig that way, problem solved.
That's a good point. I also solved, and I'm pretty sure I got this, I also solved this stone problem. It was the fairy guy all along. Look at him. He turned himself as a last act of desperation. I'd like to pick up the fairy.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy, but you can,
Rumpelstiltskin.
yeah, you can pick him up.
Look at this! How could you blame anyone else? We were traveling with an imposter the whole time.
Do I know
I've
anything
known
about?
him for hundreds, years, thousands. I don't know.
Do I know anything about these animals?
I've never seen him do that once.
Has he ever surprised you in the past?
He does
Adam,
look
do I
this-
know anything
Hang
about
on,
these
hang on.
animals?
There's conversations going on.
Oh,
He does like a good surprise.
Telling you, this guy came here, wants to surprise people. We got down to your tricks.
Reverie, I swear to God, if this is a prank and I'm just in the statue's face right now, I'm gonna like give him a good stare down, and when I'm sure he's not pranking him, like I think he's serious.
What was he doing when we were in the town? What was he doing when we were in the town? He disappeared for a long time.
This and that, seeing a man about his dog. I don't know. He's a grown man.
It's
He's
a
grown
good
little man.
question. There's no bally buys.
But just to recap, though, when we got here, there's tons of people made to stone. So for this to have been true, he would have had to have gotten out here before us, turned them to stone. But it's too elaborate. He's not that good.
I don't know. Echo, he'll do it. Do you guys think?
maybe these creatures turned him to stone.
I'm voting on that.
That would be my assumption. At multiple times in this encounter, it appeared that each of you, including myself, much less than the rest of you, were strucken by something. I believe that his smaller stature just succumbed to it, where the rest of us, bigger people, rose above.
Well, maybe if these creatures turned him to stone, maybe they can turn him from stone.
They are dead. I doubt that.
Can I do do I know anything about these creatures, Adam?
I just have a realization as I'm holding him up as a trophy.
Roll a nature
and it
check.
just kind of hits me, and I just kind of
Roll a history check.
apologetically lean him against the wall and sort of step away from him.
Nature check, Steph.
Nature check. What do
If
I
you
add
turned
to
to stone,
nature?
you would still weigh the same amount, correct?
17.
17. Yeah, you know their name. You know these are basilisks. You've heard of them. You're not sure exactly what the mechanism is that they use to turn people to stone, but you know they turn people to stone and then often eat them.
All I know is they turn people to stone and then often eat them.
They eat
As you
stuff.
guys are doing this, I am like, I have a skirt on underneath my sorcerer's robe, so I've just flipped up and like tying it around my front like a makeshift baby Bjorn that I'm just strapping him into.
Can I go rip one of its tongues out?
Why?
I want to take the tongue, or she said that it, appears to eat them. So in my head, that's how it like turns it back into like edible material. And so I'm just gonna go like rub it on them to see if like the animal's enzymes or saliva or whatever like counteract whatever that is.
Give me a second.
That makes so much sense, though.
This is the worst way to make out with a lizard.
Is there a good way?
I don't know. I feel like waking up with a giant lizard tongue in your mouth would be the worst.
I mean, to be fair, all lizard tongues are pretty big for him. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so go up, you grab one of the tongues, you pull it out, just yank it basically right out of its mouth. Go walking up to
Do we
him.
have to roll a Constitution saving throw for how gross that was?
You can,
no, it
yeah.
doesn't bother me at all.
Mm.
And like Bob Ross happy accents, I'm just
19.
gonna like paintbrush it.
The first time that you swipe it across his arm, you can see that there actually is some sort of a recoloration from a dark gray to a more fairy-like tone, but it quickly fades.
Okay. Can I go inspect the beast to see if it has like any sort of glands or anything that secretes its saliva enzymes, like how snakes pocket their venom? If there's anything in its mouth that looks like that?
Yeah, have a look.
What am I rolling?
I want you to roll a nature check.
$18.
Yes. Give me a second. In its mouth,
What are you digging in that thing's mouth?
you can't. There doesn't seem to be any glands necessarily that secrete anything. It does have a little bit of saliva in there, but whatever this mechanism is, it doesn't seem like it comes from its mouth.
Maybe it comes from its stomach.
Can I go? You said these things are medium in size, right?
They're pretty big, yeah. They're almost as big as you.
Okay, can I pick one up, walk over on top of him, and like hold it upside down, and like just bear hug every ounce of any liquid it has in it out like a shower?
Once it becomes apparent to me what he's doing, I would like to assist for an attempt.
And to be fair, once dead, that sphincter should be open. Liquid should just be pouring out of that stomach.
That's
like-
true.
I
Bear
guess-
hugging the shit out of it.
I say to
It's-
Echo, we need to maybe save some for those other statues. What more proof can we prove to the man back at the other place that, look, we brought your men back too. It's safe.
Good idea. Good thing there is a second carcass.
Yes, we can use it for that.
Go ahead and
30
roll
carcasses.
the athletics check with advantage.
26.
You begin squeezing this thing. This is the one with the arrow in its head. And stuff is flowing out of it. Mostly a blood color, very similar to that dark crimson that's in their spikes on the top of their back. Stuff is squirting out of this thing. Whatever it is, it's not working.
So
In
I
fact,
put,
you
I
end
wanna-
up you end up rupturing this thing. You feel a bunch of cracks and punctures in this thing. Ribs start popping out of it, and you just get muck and
So I
offal all over
I-
your arms.
I look at Lilith and I'm like, "Can you help me as you helped him previously?"
Oh yeah, super gross. And I just touch him and do prestidigitation.
And I look at the statue. I'm like, I have one last idea, and I want to lay it down on its side and cut its gut open and pick up the statue of the fairy and just put it into its open stomach. From what Lilith had said for it being in its stomach.
So,
and I'm just gonna hold it and see if I feel him start coming back after a minute.
I really, really hope this works because it would be awesome.
you rip open this thing's sides that are now punctured with really hard-boned rib cage that you've squished into nothing. You rip open its side like that stupid two-legged walker from the second Star Wars movie. Bring your Luke statue, stuff it into the basilisk, close it down as you're feeling your hand around in there. There's a lot of mush in there, but your friend is not turning back to mush. It's still very much stone.
All right, so I pull him out and I'm like, I have exhausted my ideas. And I'm like,
we
bring him back
if
to
we
town?
leave him?
I
What if
will
we leave him in there?
press
It
him
takes
on
time.
prestidigitation, and then I'm gonna go back to strapping him to my back with my makeshift baby Bjorn.
Well, no, the tongue seemed to work, so it has to be something with the mouth and the stuff that was in his mouth.
Can I take the wing and like wrap it around like a little half cocoon and just take some rope and thread it together so she has like a little half open satchel to just slide him in?
Marsupial sack?
You may. You may make something like that and present it to her, whether or not she decides to go with her baby Bjorn or your Batwing sack.
I think we should try the other one. It is something in his mouth because it brought his arm back. It is something in his saliva.
How big are these guys' teeth?
Pretty big.
The tongue is still laying down, right?
I'm gonna attempt to.
Maybe we cut open the tongue and rub it all over him.
I just want to like a hand towel, wring out every ounce of like liquid that I can from the tongue, like a little spigot over its head.
Most of the drops that come off of this tongue end up discoloring the rock to the dark red blood. A few drops do discolor it slightly, but you're getting the sense that whatever chemical it is that does this, it might be potentially made from this sort of thing, but it would take a distillation that none of you right now are currently aware of the process.
We should bring the other tongue, and I want to go harvest the other tongue, trying to take as much of it as I can intact.
Wait, before you do that, I realize that you guys are about to go into the other mouth, and I want to make it easier for you while also having a chance to get some big teeth. So I'd like to set up my Echo on one side of the mouth and me on one, and we're going to smack it, and then I'm going to immediately smack it together to like crush its teeth together and see what falls out.
I want you to roll a dexterity check.
18 plus 1, I think, is my, yeah.
Yeah. The one that has the tongue ripped out, both fangs just come flying out. You get one of the other ones. So you have 3 basilisk fangs that you can now add to your...
Excellent.
Could we cut off its whole head and bring the whole head?
The head did not appear to be necessary, just the tongue. And I'm gonna try to harvest, as much of the tongue intact, even if part of it goes down into its throat, just remove as much of it as I can.
All right, so you're gonna be a little bit more delicate about this rip.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a dagger or anything to reach down in there with?
Let me see if I do.
It's gonna lower your DC basically if you do.
I just have my sword, so
doing it with your sword.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop the head off so I can manipulate just the head, and I'm gonna try to slowly cut from the side and peel away the head so I can just see the inside of the throat and tongue, and then use the top of it to just around.
Who's watching him do this?
I am.
I am
watching.
All right. I need you to go ahead, Echo. I need you to roll a dexterity check for how delicate you are able to remove this tongue.
17?
Pretty good. You get probably 80% of the tongue off. There's a little bit that's attached to the bottom that ends up retracting back into its mouth, and you're like, I got most of it. Hilda, I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay, plus what's my perception? Dirty 20.
Oh, good. There is obviously the dark red blood oozing out of this creature's neck and out of the head that has just been decapitated. Out of one of the tubes in its neck, you see that there's a different color liquid also dripping out of that tube. And it's more of a light blue color.
Ooh.
We need to collect this.
Did you say that out loud?
I do. There's a blue liquid coming. We need
Can
to collect this.
Can I dissect this thing? Like take my sword, cut it in half, fold the two halves over, and just start working things away from the tube to follow it to its source?
Yes. Roll a nature check.
Plus 0. 16.
I'm gonna give him bend luck and give him an added. Give 18.
18.
As you're carefully carving, I imagine it's like when you're trying to do delicate work with a 6-inch kitchen blade is what this looks like. You got your finger on top of the blade and you're just the whole hilt is coming up your forearm and the handle is hanging back here and you're just carving down its neck, following it. It looks like, you can see its airway. It looks like what you're following is its anatomically, perhaps the esophagus. You follow it down into its stomach, and its stomach is a much lighter, brighter blue of whatever that was. That similar color.
With the knowing that the other stuff I tried to fail, with the little basket that I was gonna make out of the bat wing to carry the statue, I'm gonna try to put the entirety of the stomach and the tongue into that as a carrying device, and I'll strap that on me so we can carry just all of it back because I don't know what to do with it.
It's very gory, but it's effective, and the bat wing is surprisingly pretty waterproof. You're a mess. Again.
So again, I look at Lilith and I'm like, I'm so sorry. That was not a delicate procedure, but a necessary one.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and cast prestidigitation. I know.
Are we capable of carrying the other statues back, or?
How many of them were there? 3 that we saw?
Carrying this guy.
I think we can each carry one, and then maybe we can help them.
They're dwarves. How far away was the boat from the entrance to the cave, from my recollection?
Couple hours walk.
Couple hours walk. Can I go pick up one of the dwarves just to see how heavy the statue feels?
You're not anywhere near the dwarves right now, so you guys would have to walk a little bit to get back up towards them.
Yeah.
Before we go, do you feel like you can sense any of those abominations or the aborigines in the direction behind the?
I cannot do that anymore.
Shoot a duck. What if we slept for like half hour?
I have to do a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose we don't have a choice. Anybody have a town portal?
Nope, we're on our own. Hopefully they don't come out.
Should have never let you guys take 2 weeks off playing Diablo 4. All right, I think right there's probably a pretty good spot to take a break. You
Cool,
guys
yep.
can decide exactly how you guys are going to get back to the boat, what you're going to take with you. But we'll go ahead and take a quick break there because I need another beverage.
Me too.
And I need to go do some other stuff.
Same. I gotta get Nadia some food and stuff, so that works out.
I'm gonna grab the heroin.
Adam, make sure you turn off the music for us when you go into intermission, please.
Turn it on loud. You got it. Yeah. Moving now. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all refreshed. You've just mutilated and dissected 2 basilisk corpses. You've caved in the wall. Your ears are starting to ring a little bit less from the explosion. You've got your stone fairy friend in your baby Bjorn on your back. You've got your basilisk stomach and tongue in your batwing pouch. Your batwing fanny pouch, I guess. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I was thinking about the many corpses I have seen on the battlefield and what happens to them. It's not very pretty. Usually the crows come. No crows down here, but probably lots of little creatures. But if we need this thing inside of this lizard person, we should probably take it now. Otherwise, we don't know if we're gonna have it in the future.
I agree. We should go back, and if we get enough, we can just tell them they can come back and use it on the guys down here.
It should be easier to get back because we will be going with the current.
Very much so.
I don't know what
So
that
let's
means.
head to the boat. To the boat we go. I start heading out.
The dwarves that what poses were they in?
There was one in a Superman pose.
I don't know that I ever described them in depth, but most of them look to be either in the act of running or covering their face or trying to attack.
Okay. Can I, as Rory's going up, I want to look at Lilith and look at Reverie and be like, I have an idea. And I want to arrange them to where the one that looks like it's attacking was frozen in the direction that the one is running. And then same for the ones that are like, to make like a little...
I love how into this you've gotten.
I'm playing with what's given, right? Like, I'm new to people, so I'm trying to... Like, this is what you guys are about. So I want to like make a little mock.
Lilith
scene.
catches on immediately and starts helping out. I'm coming up with hilarious.
I thought we were going to the boat.
We're gonna
Yes,
catch up. You
we will
guys
meet
are
you
walking.
at the boat.
Why are we doing this?
So all of the corpses are in one location for easier remedy
Look, what are you
application.
doing?
And I'm
asking
totally
something.
lying.
Here, hang on. We're gonna do deception check.
I feel like you should get advantage. 'cause
What
that
do
was helpful.
I have advantage on deception checks because of my rune knight.
Sorry.
Yeah.
12 plus.
For me,
Yep.
It's 11, isn't it?
That was the
Oh,
12 was the first one.
so it is 11 because I have -1.
Oh. All right.
I
You
have
have advantage, but
advantage with a
-1.
-1. Yeah.
But I rolled the perception check or the insight check there, and
and I get a +1 on my deception.
No, you have 3 now.
but that's for insight. So yeah, you believe Echo. What you decide to do with that information is up to you. But you believe Echo that he thinks it's important to put them all in one location for easier access.
Okay, if we need to put them in one location, let's get this done so that we can go.
Right?
Well,
I'm just
Thank
laughing.
you for the assistance. Grab that one and place him over there.
Does anybody else notice
Trying
the
to
black
pull
die
it.
had 2 2s, 2 5s, and 2 1s?
Right. I helped them put them in position so we can get
Yeah.
out of here.
So whichever ones look like they're attacking will basically be facing the ones that look like they're like running or cowering.
All right.
no, I didn't notice that. Adam, can you roll another black die quick?
Yes.
I wonder if this is a glitch or if this is like a fail die.
It does look like there's a
Last
bunch of ones on
2
there.
1s. 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's just a glitch.
Now
Because
there's 2 7s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's picking random numbers. So
on the side, yeah, I don't think it's rolling an actual die. I think it's just random numbers on the side.
Yeah, because that has 2 10s, yeah.
That has 3 8s.
All side by side by side.
I'm pretty sure just the number on top is what it randomly picks, and then just puts a bunch of other shit on there.
I think it's randomly picking a number for all 20 sides.
That's hilarious. What is the
Also,
what is the
statistically
like the
not
yeah
great.
yeah what is the chance on that dice roll?
Yeah.
We should have there should be a special thing that happens, maybe not game breaking, but something super special if you can match all the numbers they're showing.
If you roll, if you roll a natural 20 and it's all 20s on it,
Yeah,
you
you
win
can
the
win.
game. Yeah, you would just win the game.
But
It's
if you get a
over now.
5 and it's all 5s,
You immediately
I'm
go
sorry.
up one level.
your
I'm sorry to
character
derail the session by,
your character becomes self-aware.
Being
and knows he's
me,
in the
but-
game.
you
I also
instantly
haven't seen
find
a
a
higher
magical
than-
weapon.
I haven't seen a higher than 10 roll, so I don't know.
There was just 2 11s.
There was an 11
Oh,
and
was there?
12.
Oh, okay. My bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
He's rolled a nat 20 before.
All right, now let's go to the boat, since they're all in the same place for them to find.
Yes, efficient. And then I look towards Lilith, and I look towards Reverie, or even though he's a statue, and I give, like, you guys remember how Paul would wink because he was not good at it? It's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, just
Your whole face.
You look like a stroke victim.
yeah, just
Hey,
He
don't,
can
both-
only wink. he
both
can only
eyes
wink
and a
with
nod.
His left eye. His
Just
left
both
you
eye.
eyes
have-
and a nod.
do you have eyelids?
I have like what would be like illuminated eyes that are able to move. Just like when I talk, my mouth doesn't actually move, but it almost illuminates with this pattern underneath.
So is there a lid going over the eye, or do you just turn the light off for a second?
No, the lights are always there, like when I described it. So I have like what looks like empty eye sockets, and then there's some sort of magical illumination in the eye sockets and behind the what looks like the Terminator mouth on my face.
Okay.
It's the only way that I express myself during talking.
I'm sorry, I have to get this out, but I sometimes wonder about that winking thing. If Dad was just so inherently against being sneaky that he was just imitating that Monty Python sketch where he's like, "Do you like photographs?"
Know what I mean? Say
Wink, wink,
no,
nod,
say no more,
nod.
say no more.
I will say Nadia can only wink with her left eye. She can't wink with her right eye either.
If you want to see her have a seizure, do the thing where you blink one each, and she will like try her hardest, and it can only be described as her face shutting down.
Yeah. Only her left.
She'll be like, she'll start off, she'll be like,
All right, sorry.
yeah.
All right.
All
As
right,
you
we're heading to
guys
the boat.
come out the front of the cave, you're making your steps up to the top. At the top, you see a group of individuals, most of them pretty small. Looks to be 3 dwarves and 1 gnome. The 3 dwarves are pretty well armed. They've got some axes and some crossbows on their belts, wearing some decent armor. Look like they know their way around those weapons. And the gnome is just standing there. He's doesn't have any armor or weapons on at all. Has a really beautiful pair of shiny brown leather boots and relatively clean clothing with a decent green cloak on the back.
Do I know any of these people? Do I know where
No.
they hail from?
No.
Okay. Do I know what kind of dwarves they are?
They are hill dwarves.
Hill dwarves. Yes, hello. Don't mind us. Just moving some statues. Can we help you?
So you're done in there then?
No, we're going to be coming back because there's stuff. What do you mean? What are you doing here?
I'm a Wilbur gear grinder, thank you. These here are my hired companions for an expedition that I'm on. I heard there were some issues in the cave. I heard somebody was going to take care of it. Have you taken care of it?
Why do you need to know?
Wait a second. Who told you to come out here? Because I don't divulge information to just any gnome.
And why do you think a gnome would divulge information to you? I asked you a very simple question. Are you done or not?
He's
So
looking
I
you
want
all
to-
over.
So I want to be like, there were 4 different entrances and 1 additional entrance. I would say there's a 20% chance that we have successfully completed this 100%.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah, I'm
It's
bad at
mostly
math,
right.
but he's good at it. I like him.
Well, seeing as how you're carrying some sort of trophy there on the back, young lady, and seeing as there you're carrying some sort of gory thing, I imagine that you are done. Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. If you don't mind, we'll be going.
Yeah, just one moment, please.
Just
Get out of my
word
way,
warning.
dwarf.
I
Not-
don't think that's a possibility. We were sent here on a mission from the gods. Well, actually the dwarves, but they seem pretty holy. We like it them, and if you're going to be interrupted, we don't want to have no part of it. Wait, we do want to have a part of it, and that we're going to fight you, but you know what I'm saying.
Point of clarification, not a trophy. It was a party member that was turned to stone.
He's
How
fine.
sad
He'll
for
get
him.
over it. Really dramatic sometimes.
What are your
Is he?
intentions in the mine?
That is none of your business, lady. Are
Well-
you done or not? And I will be moving
we
through.
need
If
to
you
know
are
what
done,
you're
then I will
doing.
move it. No, you do not. Is it your mine?
Well, Bertie,
It's not
on
your
this
mine. We know who runs the mine, and he sent us here. Did he send you here?
That's none of your business. I have business. Now, please, if you
Here,
would,
Frost,
step
good
aside.
to meet you. And I'm gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna pick a fight.
What does that look like? I don't know. What do you mean? Like, please.
I'm going to say, okay, yeah, it's no problem, guys. Just we'll just part slowly, so it's like they're walking between, us, and they have to walk through us as they're going into the mine. Go ahead, please. No, it's okay. It's no problem. We'll go talk to the owner of the mine.
Thank
Please,
you.
go ahead.
So he points to one of the dwarves, walks in front, and he walks right behind this dwarf, and they go single file through you.
I would like to trip the gnome.
Roll. Yeah, roll acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, what's higher?
Athletics for you is definitely higher.
Okay.
He's about to eat shit.
Do I see this?
Yeah. I mean, you started walking, but they started walking about the same time.
17.
Yeah. So he's smugly walking behind his dwarf lead point man. You put out your foot, and he just.
I like the noise.
I didn't trip him. He fell.
Uncalled for.
What is uncalled for? You falling in front of me as we're graciously letting you into the mine? Ah, you fell. I saw it. Everybody here saw it, right? He fell?
I seen it.
There's nothing gracious about you, dwarf. I've met few dwarves that aren't gracious.
Few eyebrows from the dwarves among him.
I believe, gentlemen, you understand the company that you are keeping, and the owner of this mine sent us on a specific mission. Sure, he's a mountain dwarf, but he's still a dwarf. Whoever's got this up to you is up to no good. And I promise you, you do not want to cross a dwarf brother.
If I may, my fellow dwarven brothers, and I'm talking to the 2 that are with him, we have traveled as similar swords for hire on many occasions. And I would just like to say that I believe this gnome is going to get you killed. And I'm trying to
look,
persuade them to abandon him.
Man's gotta eat. If you done what you said, then there's no danger. Just tell the man what we've done, so we can get on our way.
20% chance there's no danger.
Good point. What is your reward for assisting that. And I'm pointing at the gnome.
Don't talk to him.
That.
Don't talk to him. I don't pay you to talk. You know what I pay you for. Get down there and let's do it.
Well, there seems to be, to me, a financial incentive for all of you gentlemen. What is the incentive, if I may ask?
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him.
I feel like we could pay better.
The one woman.
It's 120 gold.
For everyone,
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah. 20 up front, 100 when we get down there.
Yes. There's 4 of them, right?
3.
4 plus the gnome? 3 plus the gnome?
Yep.
Okay. So,
360.
there is, based on the chances of all of the openings, there is 1 in 4 chance. That means one of you will come out of there alive. Is that worth 120 gold? Or would you perhaps maybe accompany us at the price of... Echo, I'm bad at these numbers things. How much can we afford to pay them to bring this back and excavate the mine afterwards?
Are we talking collectively or one of us individually?
Well, I'm very much in favor of getting these dwarves away from...
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him.
If we
Stop looking at
each
him. Stop
offered
considering this.
30 gold out of our 200 gold, we would match their entire cover.
So, it's up to you. You can trust this this girdle grinder, because you know what's under that robe.
You have no idea what's in my robe.
Wilbur.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen.
Or you can go in there and risk your own lives. That's totally up to you.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
17. Do I have a plus? I don't think so. Yes, I do. 19.
Hilda. I think we take the money. We go back. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
So they come up to you with their hands out.
What? What are you talking? You can't abandon me. You can't abandon me now. I need to get down there. It's very important. You don't understand. My legacy is at stake here.
So are you
So
guys giving up your 30 gold?
I will give similar to the deal he has, I'm gonna give them 20 gold, and I'll say, just to verify you complete the trip, 20 now, the rest on completion.
And where are we headed?
Back to whatever the town was.
Well, what town are you going to?
Denaria?
It's right down the river. All right. Let's go. Have you got a way to get down there? Don't
We have
leave
a boat.
me!
A boat.
No, you don't understand. You cursing your bloodlines. You don't understand. You could be the most important dwarves in history.
Wilbur, girdle wearer. It's totally safe. It's totally safe. Just go do it on your own, whatever you're going to do.
How would the
Fine.
mines
You know
make
what?
them the most important dwarves
will.
in history?
Talking to you.
And he starts
Well,
going
maybe
down.
it could make all of us the most important dwarves.
Steps a
I'd like
little
to try
bit
and trip
in.
him. I'd like
Starts
to try
along.
and trip him again.
He's already past you.
Okay.
He's lighting his torch. Having a hard time with it. Just muttering to himself.
Turns out this is a pivotal character who could have saved the world, which is fucking.
So I wanna ask
was-
Hilda
too
real
tempting.
quick. I want to go up to Hilda and be like, Hilda, before we left town, you advised of some super lost, forgotten relic of some unknown magical something, I was not completely listening to you at the time. But now it seems maybe relevant.
Yes, it was called the... Give me a second. I have it written down.
I like to imagine she's
Need-
right through her bag now.
Yeah, knowledge of Everwood, the Eric Stoneforge. Never mind. Let me find it. Arcanist Response General, Everwood, Bow First, Overwood.
The lost relic of Everwood.
Yeah, the lost relic of Everwood.
If I remember correctly, you said that as a result of that relic, it would be more gold than any one person could ever spend.
Yes.
I am concerned that that gnome may get money that he does not deserve.
So what do you suggest, Echo? We go get the gnome?
We were hired to clear the mines. We have new assistants if they are interested, and we could double the potential reward from this excursion, if not more.
Well, I don't mind going back in the mines. I know it's safe.
Yeah. It's safe?
Lights his torch and starts walking down.
Let's
So-
follow the gnome.
20%.
I look towards the new doors and be like, it is up to you if you would like to come with us or wait in town for our return.
I don't like this.
You've already got free gold without risking your life. Wait for us at the tavern. The smelly one where the hill dwarves drink. It's
Oh,
a great tavern.
We'll wait for you at the boats. If I don't see you in a day, we'll take your boat. And you can
Do
make
any
your
of
own
them-
way back to the tavern.
Did any of them look arcana, like magically inclined?
Roll an Arcana check.
Dirty 20?
Oh, wow. No, definitely not. They look
Gotcha.
like warriors. They look
Gotcha.
like mercenaries. Crossbowmen and axe wielders.
Knowing we're going back into the mine, I want to walk over to Lilith and be like, Lilith, perhaps you should put Reverie inside the wing pouch of meat fluids, and he can sit in there and hopefully something will happen.
That can't hurt.
And
All
so I
for
want,
it.
I wanna
nested
take-
him in there.
yeah, that, like wrap him up in a meat blanket of the stomach, the part that's sort of glowing blue. And if any of it's still dripping out, I want to like wrap it around his head, so it's
Yeah,
just like
so it, like-
slowly dripping down.
Very carefully. If it wasn't so gross, it'd be really cute.
Yeah, it is pretty gnarly. You've basically seasoned him with the insides of a basilisk.
Yep.
You're about to
So
make
it's a-
soup from a stone.
I know this is meta here real quick, but is basically everybody under the impression that we're chasing the gnome?
Yeah, we're following the
Okay.
gnome, and
Upon hearing that, I sent my echo to apparate right next to him, and I'm dashing towards the echo, and I'm following him.
Yeah, you got
2
it.
steps ahead.
You're okay. 2 steps ahead of the echo.
No, I'm saying like I can always catch up to him no matter what. Like I'm just constantly putting the echo right next to him, teleport,
Yeah.
recast. Yeah.
And I'm dashing in there.
yeah, once I secured the Reverie in the revitalizing juices of everything, I'm also just starting to go, and
Yeah.
with the rest of the party, walking with the gnome. And I'm like, not even like when you're walking uncomfortably close to a stranger on the sidewalk, like I'm not trying to acknowledge him. I'm just like deliberately walking behind him to see which way he's going.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm using my dark vision and dashing beside close to him.
I am just whistling again. I'm whistling the Kill Bill song.
Okay, just for flavor, I occasionally throw the echo out right in front of him, so he has to walk around it.
That's all it is.
So you guys get down into the main corridor where there's all those dug mine offshoots. He gets down there, looks around, sees the display of statues in there. Huh. He's looking
They were like
around.
that.
He pulls his dagger out.
All right, well, which way is it?
Oh, hold on. When he turns around, I want everybody to pretend that like we're just hanging out. Like,
No, I'm straight faced and I'm just watching him.
When he says which way is it, to what?
To where you were.
Oh, you're not gonna like that. Okay. And I just.
This way. And I point towards the tunnel he went down towards the other tunnel.
And follow him closely.
Still just following him.
All right, so he climbs down tentatively, comes to the filleted corpse of the bat-like thing.
Do not worry. There only may be more.
20%.
Maybe,
Holds up the
Every
torch.
time he says more, I just want to echo in the background 20%.
maybe 3.
It's fucking gnome. Man's had nightmares like this.
He's walking down, and he sees just the absolute bloody massacre down the hallway. He's like,
What's that?
They were like that when we got here.
Yep.
roll a
yeah, we
deception
didn't
check
do anything to those things.
with advantage.
Yeah. -1, 16.
Oh, right.
All right.
Such a weird thing to get advantage on as a fucking midnight.
I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah,
He
yeah, you
just
did.
turns around. He starts pushing through you guys.
I want to pick him up when each goes to try to push past me.
Athletics check. Got to beat a 22.
25. I get
Whoa.
+7 to athletics.
So he goes to duck around you, and you pick him up.
I just want to be like, listen, calm your nerves. We are capable, though you are not. Perhaps we can help you not die. Just tell us
What do you want?
where we are going and what we are getting.
There's a tomb. There's a tomb of an ancient dwarvish warrior. It's said that his hammer is there.
Hearing this, Echo kind of in a more subtle or serious tone looks at him and is like, did this warrior have a name?
Maybe. I'm an explorer, not a historian.
And do you
Here.
believe it is at the end of this tunnel?
It's down here, in somewhere, in these mines. I got a tip.
Then lead the way. We
I don't
will
know.
ensure-
You lead the way. Where did you go? What did you find?
Correct. And I'm gonna see if he'll hold on to the little spike thingy sticking out of my shoulder with the foot pedal.
Yeah, I got the better idea, and I pull the rope from my pack, and I start Echo. What do you think about him just sort of riding on your back, facing the other direction, so he can tell you if something's coming behind you, and you can just turn around and you can ask him if like this is where we're supposed to be going.
I currently have the fairy meat sack on my back.
Oh, I
If
thought
he
you
is-
transferred the fairy meat sack.
If he is
Man,
comfortable,
he wants to
He
hang out
looks
with the
down
fairy
into it. He's
meat
like,
sack.
Ah!
if you would prefer to walk on the ground, you may do so, but you may be safer at a higher elevation on my shoulder.
He's just kind of breaking down.
Okay, so I just kind of put him, like, put his hand around the part you hold.
Why do you cry?
And put
My
his
God.
foot onto the pedal. I'm like, there's it.
Do we have a baby?
And then I wanna keep walking towards down the cave.
I'm following.
He's just hiding his face in your armor, holding on for dear life with both arms, the torch over top, just burying his
Can you make
face.
the baby stop crying?
Perhaps. You sound like a wounded animal. Things like to eat those. Perhaps silence is better.
Thank you.
And
I
then
wonder if he likes shiny things.
if we make it down to the because we're in the tunnel that the fireball caved in, right?
Yes.
Okay. When we make it to the rubble, I want to go look at some of the rubble, try to shift some, see how significant the damage feels to me, if it's passable that way, like if we could move enough to get through or
Also,
not.
is the crack to the left still there? You said it was like 5 feet wide.
The
Yeah.
crack to the left is still there.
Yeah.
You can't hear you, Steph.
Pull
You're
your
still
mic
you're still muted.
I want to look down there. My dark vision goes 60 feet. Can I see anything down there?
You just see a cave 60 feet long.
So I don't see any like tomb or anything down there. Okay.
Down that little side passage, no.
Yeah. Okay.
And considering the curvature of the... No, I'm just kidding.
I want to try something and tell me if it's possible or not.
Okay.
If it's possible to shift some of those rocks out of the way to make almost a little like a opening in the rock face, I want to like try to position myself
You mean like a Forrest Gump foxhole?
in a power pose position, and I want to cast Giant's Might to expand my full height and see if I can force the debris forward.
Oh shit, that's a cool idea.
You can certainly try.
That's what I would like to try to do.
All right. So the rubble is mixed, right? So there's big pieces of rock, there's smaller pieces, there's a lot of dust, a lot of just pulverized rock, some pieces that look like they might be glass from how hot it got. But yeah, it's just looks like a caved in tunnel.
So in my head, what I'm going to try to do is kind of like how a track runner starts to run track. I'm going to put myself in a launching position, and I'm going to launch myself into this hole as I unleash my Giant's Might and try to just bring the sheer force of it forward to dislodge as much as I can.
Because of the angle of the curve of the thing, you can basically plant your feet on the opposite wall of where this rubble is and just extend into it. Do like a parallel squat, essentially.
Yeah.
Like a push off the side of the pool.
To get
I
as
tell-
maximum force as I can as I expand.
Yep.
I tell Echo, let me hold the statue, your bat wing, so he does not get hurt.
I give the statue and Batwing Fairy to him, and I look at the gnome. I'm like, I do not believe your stature would survive this.
Just curls into a ball on the ground.
You still need to stop making that noise so a creature does not attack you.
I would like to put some. I would like to put some piece of cloth that I have. I imagine I could rip out a pocket or something. I don't care, just anything. And then I'm gonna tie a rope around it, and then cut it off with one of my javelin ends and just gag him so he stops making noise.
All right. He doesn't put up much resistance, so it's pretty easy to do. And you just hear.
Way better. This is way better.
None of us want to die down here.
Fuck, you sounded like the goddamn
Didn't you
queen
walk
from the
that way?
Hive in Resident Evil.
Holy shit, that's an accurate reference. Whoa, that's 20 years ago? Whoa.
I need you to roll an athletics check.
With advantage? Because I'm in Giant's Might, so I believe it's a strength check.
Yeah, because of the very cool setup. Yes.
$26.
So you plant your feet against the wall, putting your hands on some of the bigger pieces of the rubble. You're already into a deep squat, and right as you cast Giant's Might, you begin to press off and just do a launch against this, and you move a massive chunk of this rubble down, and you just hear it just... You have cleared a path. It's tight, and you'll have to wait for a minute before you can fit.
Yeah.
But you have cleared a path.
I just turn around to the rest of the party. I'm like, the path is open. And then I'm just gonna, because I imagine I'm just hunched over at this point because it's a 10-foot tall,
Yeah.
I'm 14 feet.
Yeah, you're
So I'm just gonna
basically on your knee and still crunched.
Yeah, I'm like, I just need 1 minute.
Great job, Echo. So I want to feel this bat wing and kind of squish around and see if the statue is doing anything.
It's not.
Okay.
You might need to marinate. Give it time.
That's why I was kind of squishing it around him, so maybe it's marinating him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Poor Ricky.
And I'm
Poor
gonna
Ricky.
pray.
Poor Ricky got
We're
paralyzed.
trying.
Marinated in bat
And I'm
juice.
praying a little bit to my God to help this marinade get the statue back to reverie.
Okay. A minute passes. You return to your normal form, Epico.
And then I see the gagged gnome, and I basically just ask him, would you prefer to walk or ride?
He just puts his arm up to you.
And I just pick him up by one hand and like hook it on the thing, and I'm gonna start going through the opening.
I think we've bullied this guy into coming now.
He just realizes he has no choice.
Shortly after you make it through this rubble, gets back to more of the cave that you were used to. 10 feet by 10 feet. That strange erosion pattern on the ground. I gotta get some good music for this next part. Give me a second.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this mine turned out to be way fucking cooler than I thought it was initially.
Yeah, same. Same. I like the stopgap of the gnome coming in. We can't have that.
I just like the turn of events that happened to where the gnome is like such a willing, unwilling, depressed participant in what's happening. Like he's just like, just let me ride.
He's got Stockholm syndrome, dude.
Yeah, right. You're my best friends. Now I understand.
The big robot is my friend.
Moving further and further down this tunnel. There's a couple areas where it declines a little bit more. You are coming to an opening that you can see about 30 feet ahead of you now, Echo. You have dark vision, right? I keep forgetting who has dark vision.
No, I don't
I
have dark
do.
vision, but
I
have
have dark vision.
I do.
I had lit a torch when she was
Yep.
like, so
So
however
you've
far
got
that
the-
led me to-
I'd say it's dim light out to 30 feet, so you see that there's an opening 30 feet ahead of you.
what type of opening?
Just an opening that opens into a much bigger area.
Got you. So I just give a little, like every time I talk to the group, I'm literally like turning towards where the gnome is and just talking over,
Yeah.
like he's not there. Like there is an opening.
He's just getting verbal abuse unintentionally. Yeah.
I go up closer to that to look in to see what I can see.
I'm gonna cast the echo into the opening.
Yeah. cast the echo into the opening. Hilda, you come moving up towards the opening. The first thing that you kind of see is that the erosion pattern, it very much looks like it was water at some point, and you step out into this area that is smooth stone. It's old, incredibly old, but it is smooth stone, and it is carved into squares at certain points. What you're looking at right now is about 15 feet in front of you. There's a wall of smooth stone that goes about 7 feet high, and you are standing in another layer of absolute smooth stone. Looking down and around you, it almost seems like water flowed down at some point in time. Water flowed down this cavern that you were in into this area that you're standing in. Maybe it used to be some sort of canal of some sort. Above you, you see darkness. It's massive. The immensity of this place is huge. You look 60 feet down as far as you can see down one side of this canal. You're essentially on the corner of this canal, this dry canal. To your left, 60 feet down, you just see more canal. To your right, 60 feet down, you see more canal. Up, you see only darkness.
So I reiterate that to the party behind me. This is all smooth. In front of me is a smooth, looks square, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like the
Lifted.
corner, the corner of a wall about 7 feet high.
Corner of a wall about 7 feet high that's square. Up is complete dark. To the right, to the left, complete dark, like water came through a long time ago, but it's very smooth. But there's 7 foot kind of wall up there, so you want to come look.
Can I come look at the wall to see if it looks like it's a natural occurring thing, or if it looks man-made or some sort of artificially made?
Investigation check.
Plus 0. 15?
100% not natural.
Okay.
Somebody crafted this.
I look at them and
a
I'm
long
like,
time ago.
I suggest we follow the wall, because there may be a door.
Hey, that's a great idea. However, Lilith, I've seen you shoot them fire things from your fingers before. Maybe you could shoot one in the random direction so we could see if anything is over there.
Without destroying. it.
That's
yeah,
fire. Yeah, that's fireball.
Okay.
He's talking about the finger gun firebolt thing.
She turns to Hilda. She's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you said that." Yeah, now I'm gonna shoot a little firebolt out of my finger gun.
What are you doing? I'm sorry.
She's lighting it up so we can see if there's anything. Just a
If I
little
used
fire.
a firebolt and shot it in that direction, will we be able to see?
like a little flare gun, basically. Firebolt, flare gun.
You fire it down the right side, and it does. It lights up a flare all the way down. It's a brief flare. It's not like a nice soft glow, but briefly down. It goes all the way down about 150 feet before it smacks into another wall.
Ugh. That is not the good fall.
And there's one on the left side too.
Go on the left. Do we see anything down there? It just looks like wall. I'm looking for a door, any illumination or clue of which way I'm trying to go.
No door.
How
Right.
solid does the wall feel?
Up next,
Because it's
we'll
old.
use that old investigation check. It's incredible. You have no idea what's on the other side of the wall. At 7 feet, yeah, no, it's as tall as you, basically. So you're not entirely sure what's on the other side of the wall, but it's incredibly solid. It feels like completely solid.
Gotcha.
So maybe, Echo, you could have Lilith climb on top of you and shoot the finger gun over there.
Does the wall have so in my head? I may be envisioning this wrong. So we come down. There's like a big, large canal that goes to the right. It continues up the left, like a bunch of
You
water.
guys are
flows
down
down.
in the canal.
Yeah. And then there's a wall for like what looks like some structure.
So you guys are in the canal. The wall is the side of the canal.
Oh, okay. Can I just climb that?
Yes.
And so I'm just gonna reach up and like just full pull up.
Yep.
And then push up, and then I'll turn around to like stick a hand out to whoever may need help getting up.
You got
Can
it.
I do it on? Yeah, I'll come
Who
up.
takes the assistance?
I'm taking your hand and coming up.
Yeah, so just like just pulling people up.
So as you guys step onto the ground, it is beautifully carved stone. I mean, just incredible. Even with the wear over the years, you can see that each individual square of this platform, someone took great care to carve these details into it, and they look, not sure if they're waves or flames or something that have some sort of a pattern that seems to head towards the center of this square, maybe. And as you were all standing up there, just the faintest hint of magical illumination begins to enter these squares and just weave its way lightly towards the center, like you're following these copper-colored wind flames, like little puffs of wind are blowing up this glowing dust that are moving towards the center.
Do I recognize the carvings?
Roll a history check.
18. No, I have a -1. 17.
They are dwarvish in nature. They are
Nothing beyond that, huh?
ancient. They don't necessarily look like symbols or writings or anything. It's just the style and the effect of them. It looks very dwarvish.
I want to start walking in the like. It looks like it's all naturally pulsing towards the center, right?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna start naturally following that.
As you are approaching the center, you see a giant hexagonal pillar. And on this pillar, it's pretty tall. It's about 5 feet tall. Looks like it has stone panels onto the side of it. The same color stone that was on the ground, and intricate carvings all along this that you'll be able to see once you get a little bit closer. But on top of this pillar is a statue of what looks like a dwarven warrior. Roll an investigation check. Roll a perception check, Echo,
Gotcha.
with your light.
22.
As you're getting closer and closer, looking at this statue, you can see this this grayish copper color pillar, and on top, the statue of this dwarvish warrior. He's holding a shield in his right hand. With his left hand, he's holding up nothing. It's just a clenched fist. Looks like something used to be there. It's no longer there. But the interesting thing is, as you're holding up the light and looking at the statue, there's a strange, iridescent, almost blue glow on the metal that this was carved out.
And do I recognize the material?
Yeah.
Like, or the okay. Do I see a helmet on that statue at all?
No.
I want to. You said it was like 5 feet up, right? Do I see any name placards or any
Sorry.
of the dwarvish carving that says?
You do
anything on it?
see a helmet on the statue, but it's not a helmet. It's just it's a part of the carving of the statue.
Got you. Do I see any plaques or carvings or anything on the base of the statue?
You see. Roll an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
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 Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get this right.
let me make
He's
sure.
like, he's like, fuck yeah.
That's the time you get a natural 20. That's the time.
Let me type this into my notes too.
Here lies Thorin's Stormhammer,
Yeah.
champion of the first dwarves.
Said Thorin?
Thorin Stormhammer, champion of the first dwarves. It's obviously written in Dwarvish, and you can read Dwarvish.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the champion of the what dwarves?
The first dwarves.
First dwarves. Have I ever heard of this champion with any of the knowledge and stuff that my father told me about, like the paragons and stuff?
Roll a
Stories
history
he would
check.
Tell me. Plus 0, 14.
No, you have not. But his armor looks really familiar, and so does that helmet.
Gotcha. And it kind of echoes to me in a way of like the craftsmanship and everything with Thorfinn and everything my father had talked about.
Yes.
Okay.
The other thing that
So-
you notice with that investigation check that you rolled is that the carvings on the side, you watch as these light mist trails of this glowing dust come in. It almost brings the intricate carvings to life and begins to show you animations on the sides of these. And
Shredding
you,
balls.
yeah, basically. And you're watching just this slow moving, glowing dust animation of a dwarf donning an armor, holding a hammer, smashing through orc after orc, and goblin, and giant. And a bunch
Okay.
of dwarves coming to follow him.
And looking around the rest, is there anything else around the statue? Like in the direction that his hand is facing, for example? Does it look like it's facing towards anything
It's black
specific?
over
Okay. As the rest of the party come up,
there. Yeah. Imagine they're all standing around watching this.
so in Dwarvish, I'm going to call Bjorn over.
This looks a lot like what you described before. Wait, shit. I don't even actually remember if you're supposed to find out or if you told me. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm calling you over. Yeah, so I'm calling you over, and I'm just going to be like,
And I'm listening if I can hear it because I speak Dwarvish.
well, I'm speaking relatively quiet, so I mean that's up to you.
It's an
Deep
empty
for that.
cavern. You guys are all there. If she's trying
Okay.
to hear, I imagine she can hear, but you guys would also be able to tell that she's trying to listen.
Okay. So I initially am going to start trying to speak to him and be like, brother. And then if I notice that Hilda's trying to listen,
Yes.
I'm going to like just kind of stand up to where my head comes over his head. And I'm like, this conversation was not intended for you.
But wouldn't it be important for us all?
You do not know that.
It's pretty intimidating. It's a
But-
giant robot staring at your ass.
But if we're a party, then why would it not be for all of us?
Because this statue is of dwarven craftsmanship and speaks to a history of a personal nature to me that has no bearing on what we're talking about
As,
or
he,
doing.
as he's talking,
I
I'm gonna
understand
cast,
that. I have
I'm gonna
personal
cast
things
Echo.
too.
I'm gonna cast Echo right in front
I
of Hilda with a
understand. I have
scowl on
personal
its face.
things
Like,
too.
Okay. So, and I just ask for, as my head slowly lowers back down, I'm just gonna be like, privacy is important.
I look away.
And I'm gonna look at Bjorn and be like, brother, do you remember the stories that Floki, my father, would tell us of the great paragons like Thorothan in the halls as we were training?
I do. I did not know if they were true, to be honest with you. It seems like he was way more powerful than you and I, and that doesn't seem to be the thing.
Come here, so I may show you something. I want to lift him onto the statue, or up to where he can see the statue's armor.
Yep.
And I want to be like, do you see the blue hue that shines across this armor?
Yes, I do see it. Yes.
And I want to stand.
Just so you know, it's not armor that's on this statue. The whole thing is carved out of this metal.
Yeah. The hue.
Yep.
And I want to stand next to it, and it's the same sort of hue that's in what's been orchestrated into my body, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna hold the torch I have up between me and the statue effectively, so you can see that it's glowing of the same material.
You're telling me we're in the place of your birth?
No, I was born in the Dwarven capital. I believe that this dwarf was of similar renown or strength as who I was in a past life. I believe that parts of me that are missing may be tied to knowledge lost in this area.
Okay. This is universal. This is where we are all. This is where you were created. At least it's a piece of your history. This is very important. Tell me, where is his weapon?
I do not know. It says that he is. Pull up my notes so I don't say his name wrong. It says he is. Yeah. Thorin Stormhammer. It says that he is Thorin Stormhammer. He is the champion of the first dwarves. He may be the first paragon in dwarven culture. If you notice the armor, it perhaps for all of the paragons of such renown reached that level of craftsmanship.
It is a beautiful armor cut. This metal, it's you. This is very valuable.
I believe we need to find his hammer and bring it back to him. I believe that there are secrets in this area that both of us may need to know. I feel like my soul is longing here.
I believe you're correct, brother. I say, what about the other side of the cavern here? Is there...
But the whole time they're talking, Lilith is just walking around, like testing out acoustics with claps.
After I have the little kind of private conversation with him, I go back down to the rest of the party and I explain to them that this is a dwarven paragon. They were fabled warriors of great martial skill. He is incomplete. And then I want to look to the gnome and be like, is the relic that you're supposed to find belonging to him?
Yeah, I'll get that. Sorry about that. And I will attempt to untie his gag.
You're here. You made it. You know exactly. Where's the hammer? Where's the hammer?
That would be the question that I just asked you. Was that the one you are looking for?
Where's the hammer? It's no use without the hammer. I don't need the statue. The hammer.
Somebody has taken it. Can I go?
Somebody's taken it.
Why, hold on. Why is a gnome concerned with the paragon of the dwarves?
I'm an explorer. A dungeon crawler, if you will. I explore dangerous areas of the world and collect rare and interesting artifacts. And I will be the greatest explorer, the greatest dungeon diver in the world. And I find this hammer, and I was so close, and it's gone. Somebody beat me to it. Those damn dwarves.
I'm locking eyes with Lilith as he's saying he's the greatest explorer of all time, like trying to get like a. Are you laughing as much inside as I am right now?
Lilith is sincerely just trying to find the spot with the best echo, and once I find it, I have a plan.
While they're talking to the gnome, I want to go investigate the hand where the axe should be to see if I see anything in reference to like how it was removed, if there's any like debris that was leading in a certain direction once it was removed from the anything like that.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
It's a natural 1.
There's a hole where it used to be. But maybe it wasn't there. Maybe the hole was designed like that. I don't know.
So it could just be slotted in.
Yeah.
Well, it was just
Maybe it was never there.
Of some guy jerking somebody off.
And the other part
So
of the statue's missing. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I need an investigation check from Lilith.
Oh,
11.
if you have echolocation, that'd be so fast.
You do. So essentially, you guys, let's say you came in from the bottom right corner, climbed up onto this platform. This platform is a perfect square, which you found by now by going around and clapping. You found one area that's pretty good on the very top middle of where you came in. But you're like, maybe there's a better place. Going around the entire square, no, there's no better place. Go back up to the top middle. You were there. You have found a spot with the greatest acoustics in this place.
Thank you. Does anyone else have anything they want to do? What are we?
I just quickly again. It was a canal, right? And there was. It was only once.
One other thing that Lilith found. At each of the 4 corners of this, you see that there was a natural stream that came and filled this canal. And this canal was built around those natural streams, maybe even built in the middle of a pond, like an underground pond, where this platform was built. But on the other 3 corners, other than the ones you were at, they have not been dug out. It's just a small opening where you can see the erosion from the water that had come down. Does that make sense?
Okay. Kind of. So the platform's raised, and I can just tell that water had poured off the sides, basically, off each of the 4 corners.
Not off the platform. Had come from the mountains to each corner of this platform and filled that canal area.
Gotcha. So it was filled with water at one point.
It looks like it, yes.
Gotcha. So it's definitely not here?
The hammer, if it was ever here, is not here now.
You're about 60 feet from them currently. So you're talking quite loudly to speak.
Yeah, so I yell back, the hammer is not here now.
Then I just want to do the Jim Carrey alrighty then from the one where he's like the mug. Oh, alright. I just wanted to give all the acoustics. Give you guys a good alrighty then.
I want you to roll a performance check.
This is such a long setup for such a cheese jug. I love it.
I wanted to do it. 21.
What'd you get?
21.
Oh, man. It's beautiful as it echoes off the walls on each side of this. It seems to just reverberate through every single one of you. It's a very, very pleasant, lovely sound. It sounds like you're in the cathedral.
This was worth it. And I'm gonna walk towards him.
I feel inspired.
So I want to look at the gnome and say, you said those damn dwarves. What dwarves are you referring to?
The dwarves that dug this place out, of course. The dwarves that have been mining down here, not even realizing the gold mine that they were sitting on. Until they did, and then I'm sure they took it and took off. Who knows what other things. They probably dug in here, found those beasts, took the hammer, and then let the beasts out.
Wait, what is the purpose of the hammer and the gold man?
Are you not listening? It's an ancient piece of history. I am an explorer, a dungeon diver. I am a modern day... I don't know. There's no one else like me, ever.
You're like going to have a movie made about you, and it's going to be called Indiana Jones.
I want to look at the gnome and be like, you have
Stupid
collected many other relics in the past, correct?
Many other relics.
Did you ever obtain a helmet that was made out of a similar metal as this, and I'm pointing to my armor and the statue, that had subtle engravings and came across a visor-shaped crown?
What do you know about that?
It belonged to the Paragon Thorfinn, and I want to show him my armor, like the details and stuff on my armor, and be like, I was once known as Thorfinn.
He was a dwarf.
I was a dwarf. I am a dwarf.
Okay. Whatever.
Did you ever collect such a helmet?
No. Do you know where it is?
I am searching for it.
Hmm. Well, you're obviously experienced cave dwellers.
It's
I
actually
turn.
cave. Not a fan.
I turn towards Bjorn and I'm like, brother, perhaps it is time we tell the shit. Not the Forge Master. What was the name of the dude that told us to come out here? Somebody in the party?
What?
So I don't have to grab the notes. The dude who runs the mine.
Eric Stoneforge.
Yeah, Eric Stoneforge. I would look towards Bjorn. I'm like, perhaps it is time we tell Mr. Stoneforge that we have cleared his mind, and then we can ask him about what items have already been removed from said mine.
That's a great idea. We should do that.
Dear dude, could you, please, somebody take him away from earshot? I have a better idea, but I don't want the gnome to know about it.
No,
No,
offense,
you should
Gnome.
come with me. You're experienced cave divers and cave dwellers and explorers. With us together, we could make a fortune. You could be a footnote in the history books that'll be written about me.
Perhaps. Check out this footnote. And I want to put him at the foot of the statue. That's 5 feet up on the column. And be like, allow us time to consider your proposal.
He's literally stopped by a 5-foot drop. That's hilarious. Sorry, that shit's good.
You're making a big mistake. We can be famous. I can be famous, and you can be famous along with me.
And then I walk up to Bjorn and the rest of the kind of when we come into a circle of whatever we're doing to talk, then we step far enough away from him.
The truth is, I don't think that Stoneforge is 100% to be trusted. You have stumbled across something that defines your legacy, your history, yourself. Sharing this information with people that could be corrupted by, say, materialistic means is probably not a great idea. I feel like we should play our cards close to our chest and maybe see what information we could get out of him without divulging what has transpired here. The gnome will have to go away forever.
You wish to kill the gnome.
No, there are other ways to make him go away. Say, Lilith, do you know how to make something go away forever? Or for an extended period of time, maybe put them in the place where you came from?
I don't think I have that ability.
I believe there is another ability known as killing that accomplishes the same
That's
goal.
what I was thinking. I was like, I can definitely kill him.
It's true, but this
is a hint.
is as easy as that would be to do. I couldn't do it, not in righteousness. We've got to put them on a
It's not
quest or
evil.
Honestly, I don't think he's gonna get really far on his own. So I think we're fine.
I want to lean over and kind of loudly yell to the gnome. Would you qualify yourself as a moral thing?
What? Whose morals?
The good morals. The understanding of general good versus bad. Are you evil or are you good?
I'm not one of those things that got butchered in the cave, that's for sure.
I don't think we can kill him. He's a miserable little schmuck, but
perhaps we can make it
We can
to
take
where
his hands.
he cannot use the only weapon he appears to have, which is making noise, and prevent his ability to do that in the future.
Cut his tongue out, but you're only afraid of what he might say. I am too. That's the whole point.
You should probably take his
ask
hands
him-
too, because he could write.
It's true. Yep, hands and tongue. Hold on. Ask him how he would feel with a life without the hands and tongue.
Good question. Lean over. Excuse me, gnome. How would you feel in a life where you were presented with no tongue and no hands?
What kind of question is that?
A general one.
It sounds more than hypothetical.
So, would you say slightly inconvenienced, moderately inconvenienced, or extremely inconvenienced?
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Are you
And then
gonna
I just
butcher
lean
me?
back.
What if
I
we just
feel like
really hard in the head? Doesn't that make people like forget things?
sometimes it kills them, but I don't want to upset the gods over this. Okay, so I guess we're traveling with the gnome for a while, and we just have to keep him gagged and tied up. Sometimes when we go to towns, we'll just tie him to a tree, we'll make sure he gets to eat, and we'll talk
Brother.
to him.
I have noticed that he seems to be exceptionally arrogant. Perhaps we just use his arrogance against him. I will reference. And I lean back over. Excuse me, gnome. Your fame and ability to find great things like this has been extremely impressive. Would you allow us to follow you back to town to confront Mr.
That's what I've been.
Stormhammer?
That's what I've been trying to say. I've been trying to say this whole time. I've been trying to say that we could make a great team. We could make a great team.
Maybe
and we
he could help
all
us find
be
the
famous.
other object.
I believe you are a tremendous leader. We will escort you back to town.
That's what I've been saying.
And then
So
I lean
difficult.
I lean over to brother Bjorn. I'm like, see, he believes he is worthy of leading. We all know
Dear.
that he is not.
The spirit of your ancestors is very strong in you. I'm so happy you could figure that out. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
So I want to walk back over to him, take a knee, and be like, Mr. Gnome, who has led us to such a treasure, please allow me to give you a ride out of the scary cave.
I'm glad that we finally come to an agreement. Gear Grinder always takes care of his friends. Just so you know.
And I stick my
Nice.
hand out towards him, and I'm like, friends.
Acquaintances for now, but let's go.
Wait a second. We were out on the other guys because we knew they couldn't do the job, so I put my left hand out as to not shake his hand, but give me the fucking money.
When we get back to town, as was their agreement.
Okay, we
We
will
eat-
be together. You lead for now. Thank you, sir.
So I again am feeling on the pack with my prayers and have been mushing that stuff around to see if the statue has changed.
It is not. Again,
Oh my
your
gosh.
as you discovered before, whatever this stuff is, it's important, and it could be an ingredient to doing this.
We just don't
but
know how to do it. I just keep hoping that it works. Okay.
It does not.
Oh, wait. So I want to look at the gnome and be like, you are smart? And it almost sounds like a question.
What took you so long to figure that out?
I am not.
It didn't take me as long to figure that out.
Are you familiar with the process of petrification?
I've studied it, heard about it, sure.
Do you believe, with the correct ingredients, that you would have the means to unpetrify our flying friend? He could offer a advantageous viewpoint on the way back to town.
I know somebody who could.
Then we will do that on the way back to town.
Hang on one second, guys. I gotta mute.
You're good.
Or it just goes up the center? That's gay.
Sorry, guys. I had to go clean up a big poopy mess in
What?
Colton's room.
You get to have all the fun.
Hmm
Yeah, I
It was
woke up.
like daddy daycare.
Yeah, I woke up one morning and he's getting to the point where he's starting to, I can tell, want to potty train, obviously, but he's
I'll
not.
take care of it.
He's still not talking, so it's
Not wanting to. He
Not-
hates the potty.
yeah, not fully able to understand it. The toilet scares him still. And so he'll just take his diaper off. That's the solution he found. But then sometimes he falls asleep and rolls in it.
All right, sorry guys.
Awesome.
Apparently the dog is barking really loud, and Nicole's worried. So there's probably a coyote or something. So I'm gonna let him go, tear him up. I'm going to halt us there. We'll pick right back up there where we left off, and we'll kick it up again next week. For now, everybody, thank you for joining us for this edition of the Right Wing Dice Squad in the what are we on right now? The Shadows of the Empire.
Yep.
Peace.